Perfect, so we completed the steering. Now we're gonna go ahead and open up the chassis bag. So it looks like receiver, holder, some silicone grease. I'm gonna guess that helps with the waterproofing. Another waterproof seal. Goes onto the chassis and holds the bumper. And then the side bumper pieces as well. There should be another one. Yep, there it is. Another piece we don't know yet, and a bunch of screws. So we're obviously gonna have to cut open the screws, so let's go ahead and start with that. Perfect, let's not lose any of them. Alrighty. Now this is the battery tray pin, so we don't want to lose that. And now it looks like these flat 4 are what we're going to use for the servo. So let's get all 4 of those. It looks like they want us to mount the servo first. So we've got the servo right here. And it shows us the direction. Let's see. So the servo goes this way. They want the wire facing forward. So we're going to drop the servo in right there. And we're going to drop the screws in. Like so. Now that the servo's on there, the next thing we need to install is the brushed ESC. So the electronic speed control, and that's gonna mount right. Alrighty, now that the ESC is on, now it looks like we are going to be putting the radio TQ receiver we're going to be putting into the box. We'll hold the antenna off to the side. I have plans for that. We'll be mentioning that later in the video though. So we don't want to crimple up this antenna at all. If we do that, then we're going to lose a lot of range. So we want to be very delicate with these components. So let's take it out gently. There we go. We've got the computer set up here. So let's cut that guy open. And dump it out as well. So we don't want to be losing any of these parts. I know I've said that a bunch, but it's just planning on running a shorter antenna. I don't want it poking out the body or anything. I would rather go for looks than the long distance range, but it's everyone's preference. Moment. There's the crooked. Let's see which way it wants us to put it. Antenna this way, alright. Now I need to screw those guys this as well, so dang. I wish I had done this before. That's kind of annoying that they made us do that first. So I guess I have to take the receiver and unstick it. That's pretty annoying because there's no way it's just gonna feed in that way. That's very annoying. Alright. There goes nothing though. Oh man, it's stuck in there. Alrighty, so I did have to take it off and re-stick it back on. So hopefully it's still strong enough. And had to pull these guys through. So let's see how they want us to set those up. It looks like white. And it says electronic speed control is channel 2. Alright, so this is electronic speed control, channel 2. And white facing the Traxxas. Perfect. And then servo. White facing the Traxxas and channel 1. So I want this to be under the body. I like the more look of that better than having the antenna super high up. So I'm going to put that. I'll trim it once I do actually have the body. Here's a supplement tool to tighten. Alright, so that's what this tool is for. So this tool slides right over and you can tighten that guy on, but I'm not done with the antenna. So now it looks like we're sealing everything up. So let's drop this seal on. I want to make sure it's in every little nook and cranny and it's not twisted or popping out at one point, because that will just ruin your rig. We're going to tuck some of these wires down in there so it's not going to affect anything. Make sure the blue seal is all the way around. Perfect. We're going to tighten this guy in real good. Perfect. Perfect. So I did shorten the antenna. I just measured it from the other slash that I have. It's totally up to you if you'd like to do this. I like it as it gives it a little more protection when I do a lot of rollovers. Traxxas takes their waterproofing very seriously, so. Alright, looking good. Now it says apply a small bead of grease. Alright, let's do that. This is really perfect. It's all lined up, alright. I like the long threads, it shows how sturdy it is. Alright, next things next, we're going to be installing this guy into the back here. Snap this guy on, so if you have a certain height of battery, depends on which side you're going to put it on. So that just clips right in like so. And drop it down, and this little battery pin you don't want to lose just slips right in there for now. And then they do give you a foam block, so what I like to do is put the block here so that the battery runs a little further to the front, evening out the weight as a lot of the motors in the back. So as much weight as you can put up forward, the better. Snap this top part on. Let's see, so it's got this little ridge. Just put that down there, snap that on. They stay in place, then you screw them right in. But now it's the exciting part. Now we get to put the motor to the back and the front to the front. One thing I did notice that I have to mention to you guys is this kit, this piece of paper that came on the front with the adjustment tips and things to the slipper clutch. It also has some corrections to the manual, so I had to go back and remove that washer that we had put in for the front steering. Now the wheels spin perfectly, and that adjustment I already made as I knew it didn't fit, and it looks like that one screw that we lost is now included in the chassis bag. So these two up top and then those two on the bottom, and we'll see how this guy slides on. Guessing like so. Long thick screw for that one as well as through the front end. So let's go ahead and put that on now. Alrighty team, so this rig has gotten a little too big for the working stand now, but it looks like we only need to be turning it on, putting the servo on, and throwing the wheels on, and then we have completed it. So let's put the servo together. Looks like it's going to be towards the inside of the body. Alright, and let's make sure it's pretty much 90 degrees. Alright, is that it? Because you do not want to over screw into that servo. That'll screw up everything. But the first couple of hours of running, take it easy on her. Certainly everything needs to get worked in. Since it is the kit, it doesn't come with a battery, so you're gonna have to, so that's why mine's a little dirty. Pay no attention to it. And now we're going to, so you basically have to have your own battery laying around, which I like because I don't really like the nickel metal hydride batteries, so it saves some money if you're not gonna, if you actually plan on running it for a decent amount of time, then you're gonna want to do that. So now we just plug in the ESC control to the actual motor. I like to run it through this sort of centerpiece right here, so let's bring you around to the back and I'll show you how you do that. Pull them all the way through. Here, so you run it through that middle hole right there, pull it all the way through, take this guy, punch it through, make sure it clicks, There you go. Next one. Now it is time to connect. All right, so you want to make sure the radio is on first. Let's turn that on. Green light. Green light means go. So you want, if you're running LiPo like I am, you want to make sure the ESC has a green light as well. So I'm going to put you right up nice and close. Let's plug this guy in. Alright. Live, you shall live. Alright, so there's a red light. You do not want the red light if you are running a LiPo battery. So you're going to hold it for 10 seconds. Green means go. Alright, now it's time to actually test it out. Now let's check the word.